Hello everybody, I am probably drunk and today we are going to be making some cocktails. So as you can see, I have a lot of booze down in my basement, and sometimes we order a little bit too much of one particular product or another. One thing that we had this happen with was our Butterscotch Schnapps. This is Dr. McGillicuddy's Butterscotch. And we've got so much of this stuff sitting downstairs, and if it's sitting downstairs, it's not making you money as the bar owner, the barkeep, the bartender. So today we're going to be making a few very simple cocktails that will allow us to hand sell this and liquidate these bottles. All right, so the first cocktail we're going to be building is going to be an Old Fashioned. So for the Old Fashioned, the key ingredient really is this stuff. Angostura bitters. There is no better quality bitters than the Angostura brand. We're gonna do about 4 dashes into our Old Fashioned glass. Careful, this stuff will stain if it gets on your clothes. And we're gonna muddle in these 2 maraschino cherries that I put in here. Just get those juices nice and in there. All right, top with some ice. We're gonna do about an ounce of the butterscotch. A little bit less, I don't want too much of the butterscotch flavor in there. And then we're gonna go for about 2.5 to 3 ounces of our bourbon. All right, and we're gonna give that a nice little stir to incorporate those flavors. All right, we'll take a sip of that. Okay, the bourbon is a little bit overpowering on the butterscotch. I might do a little more butterscotch if I were to do that again, but I am from Wisconsin, so it might be sacrilege to some of you folks down south, but we'd like to put a little bit of a lemon lime soda on our Old Fashions, just to sweeten it up. That's a quality drink right there. The bourbon's a little less overpowering now that you've diluted it down with the soda. So the butterscotch notes come through a little bit more heavy. That's a pretty nice cocktail. That's good. All right, this next one is pretty simple as well. We're simply going to be adding the butterscotch to a classic White Russian. If you don't know what White Russian is, you have your vodka, you have your Kahlua coffee rum, and you have your creamers. Today we're just going to be adding a little bit of the butterscotch and a little bit less of the Kahlua. So we get a lot of butterscotch flavor and the coffee flavor doesn't overpower it. All right, so we do about an ounce and a half of our vodka, about an ounce, a little less than an ounce of the Kahlua, a little less than an ounce of the butterscotch, and of course we have our creamer. This is just a Coffee Mate half and half that I have. I like to do about 2 of these. You can give it a stir with a bar spoon or with a stir stick. And that just looks delicious. All right, let's give this one a try. I think that was just the perfect amount of butterscotch. It's not overpowering. You still get that butterscotch flavor, you get the coffee. Honestly, I might like this better. I might be doing this more often when I make my White Russians at the end of the night. It's a great nightcap, really it is. Great dessert drink. And since it's quite a few more ingredients and it's a built cocktail, you can charge a little bit more for it. So if you want to be upselling this in your bar or restaurant, or if you're just a bartender and you want to be upselling, this is not a bad option. That's good. That's really good. Cocktail number 2. I'm gonna be having a lovely morning. All right, if coffee is not your cup of tea, this next one is gonna be for you. This is pretty much the same exact thing, less the coffee and less the vodka. It's just a simple Butterball cocktail. You're gonna have your butterscotch and you're gonna have your Baileys. We're gonna be doing about half and half here. So about an ounce and a half of the butterscotch and about an ounce and a half of the Baileys. We're gonna go a little less here. Give that a good mix. This is just a rocks glass here. It'll hold about 3 ounces of liquid with ice. Now the best way, some people might argue, to enjoy this cocktail is simply in what is known as a slippery nipple. You can do slippery nipples with Sambuca and Baileys, but usually it includes a heavier liqueur and a Baileys floated on the top. So if you want to know how to float something, you just take your bar spoon, curve side up, pour nicely right on top. And you can see how that just floats beautifully on top of the butterscotch. And you take that as a shot. All right, down the hatch. That's pretty good. Love all the cream usage here. I'm a big Baileys fan. All right, so this next one is if you are a fan of a Martini style cocktail. This one is going to be interchangeable. It is basically a vanilla vodka. We're gonna be using Smirnoff, our butterscotch liqueur, and either a cream soda or a root beer. We are out of cream soda here today, so we're gonna be using root beer for this one. And it's pretty much a very simple cocktail. We're gonna be doing about 1.5 ounces, 2 ounces if you want it a little stronger, of the vanilla vodka into the shaker. About 1 ounce to 1.5 ounces if you like a little more sweet, into the shaker. And we'll do about 2 ounces of the root beer. Top with ice. Pop that up. And give that a good shake. The carbonation might make it pop up a little bit, like what happened here, but just hold on tight with 2 hands if you have to. Uncap and strain into a chilled martini glass. And if you want to, garnish with a cherry or two. Cheers. All right, let's try this out. That's pretty good. I might like this a little better with the cream soda, but the root beer version isn't that bad either. I could see myself have a couple of these at a Christmas party. Not bad flavor at all. Thanks for joining me today. I'm probably drunk and I still got 2 of these to finish, so see you next time.